We're good to go. So who wants to go first?
I don't have anything super pressing. Of course, doing my first free group, and I think it's going well. There's not as much interaction as I would like, but I think that's kind of normal. And I feel like I'm probably overly posting, so maybe that's good. So I'm just every now and then I get someone different will chime in, and then I won't hear from them, on the page or whatever. So just kind of seeing how that goes through, and everyone seems to be enjoying, what's been posted and what they're using, but I don't really know that for sure because I'm not really getting much feedback, but I kind of expected that a little bit. So
Yeah. Did you any messages? Weird how that's doing that.
say that one more time.
What I think we'll do is I'll mute and just like everybody talking, just unmute yourself. 'Cause I wonder if it's just like too many, how that can be sometimes with the muting. Okay, so no, I was asking if you have private messaged anybody just to check in and see how their week's going so far. That is
I
in.
haven't today. I did on Sunday night to see if they were ready and just to kind of do that, hey, we're getting started tomorrow type of thing. But I haven't done a middle of the week type of personal check-in.
And I can't remember, what did you say, how many are in your free group?
Not like 25.
Okay. And that's all from your, like, just your friends list, right?
Yes.
Friends. Did you have any
Yes.
referrals?
Sorry?
Did you have any referrals or like new friends through that? Like a friend brought a friend or anything?
One.
Well, that's
She brought her adult daughter. She brought into the group.
well, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, my whole point, viewpoint on the free group is obviously in the beginning, you want all of your warm market to see what it's like to have you as their coach, which is what's going on right now with you, Stacy, and that's so awesome. And then after this, it's really you want to grow your friends list. And I think it's a very easy way to make new friends and then have that common interest where you can bring up health and fitness very naturally because it's how you became friends. I started doing it through, creating events and then doing contests in the event before the group started, where, whoever invited the most friends that committed and joined me in the group won like a prize and like gave them a sample of Shakeology or just something. And that helped bring in new friends that way. So it was, especially the competitive people, they would just, want to invite all of their friends. So you'll know who of your friends are competitive. They'll take you up on that.
That's
And
funny.
then I started doing the posting, which is, I think, how we met, Stacy. So
Yes, yeah, you reeled me in on a free group. I don't even know where I found you or where I saw that, which is just really kind of funny. So,
yeah, and I've been doing that same exact post. I haven't changed it whatsoever
wow.
since the beginning. I just copy and pasted in like 3 groups, yard sale groups in areas that I, are outside of my area unless it says there's like no rules in the group or something. And I make sure there is 15 to 18,000 or more people in the group because
Wow.
that means it's an engaged group and there's a lot of people. So a lot of, eyes will see it and it'll either get me no friends or it'll hit it really big. So this group, you may have seen because you're in my free group, that
Yeah.
group, it grew like 200 people this month from doing that. And it was just because one group happened to hit it big. And then I also filter through, I look at who friended me. And if they don't have a lot of friends, they don't look like a normal person I'd want to be friends with, like I try to keep a good eye on that and decline people, and if they're a male, I do not accept them as a friend, because I can't help everybody, and I'm looking for my tribe. And so when you are doing that, and you're making new friends like that through a yard sale or any other type of group on Facebook, be careful of that. So I would just always make sure you scroll and check out the person before you accept their friend request. But I do think that really that sets the slight edge for hitting Success Club every month. I think it is making those new friends, having new people to talk to, and generating new interest every month, because the people that join those free groups are usually really ready to make some changes and really open about sharing their goals, or at least a handful of them, and then doing that and then sharing your story during that also helps, so that they can see what you have in common with them too, that you're working this with them, and that you're making progress, and you're being a product of the product. So it is hit or miss. I hit it big in this group in Ocala, Florida. I love that group. It's so funny. I just drove through Ocala, and I was just thinking, my grandma lives in Gainesville. We went to Ocala. I know that's so. And then I just found a yard sale site in Ocala, Florida, and I made a ton of friends through there. And that was, so just thinking about that, but not getting greedy with it. And just knowing that it's a big part of this business is making new friends. And, those free groups, I think that is the best thing, is to make new friends for those free groups, so that you can build relationships through that. Any questions on that? It took me a while to actually really get confident in doing that. So I want you to know it took me a few months, but once I got it, it was, it's just something I do, and it works. I don't really think about it. I do it, and that's what happens. So anybody have questions?
Yeah, I have a question. I'm supposed to start a free group next week, but I've only had 5 requests to join the group, and I think 2 of the 5 are already Beachbody customers.
Mm-hmm.
So I reposted it again today, where I shared the post that I had originally posted on Saturday. And I got 1 more hit. But I mean, what do I do with only 5 people that are wanting to join a free group?
Well, tomorrow is Wednesday, so you still have time. I would. Is it the same image?
Yes.
I would think about making a different image with your face of some sort, and using Rona or Photify, and putting, you can put your hand out and then smile like that, and put words right here that say free group, or join me, or something like that. That can help at least get people to read it, because that may be what's happening. And we can try. It's so weird how it's doing that static. We can try after the walk to school, if you want, and you can come over, and I can help you with posting in a couple groups, if you want to try that and just make some new friends, because that, I think, would be your next best option. And what I would do is try to make some new friends.
Okay.
And
that'd be good.
Yeah, and just see who wants help.
Yeah.
I
have a lot of It Works people in my friends, list. So they're either doing the It Works or like the Rodan and Fields, or, you know, people are already invested in their own business. So I think they're hesitant to switch or give something else a try. So
That's normal too. I mean, I have a lot of those as well. And you just never know, because even those people, while they may be, a not now, I don't think it's not ever. I think that those people, especially the It Works people, I mean, I just support them, say, keep rocking your business, what you're doing, and let them watch you shine. And, they will see that what you're doing actually really works. Sorry, I just had to say oh, I've got jokes, but yeah. uh, um, so that's, I mean, you really just support them where they're at, and then ask them to do the same for you, and just say, I support you, keep rocking it, and, just keep doing you and looking for the people that are interested. And that's why I think that it's just about, we don't want to push anything on anybody, but we do want to share. We do want to reach out and let people know we're here to help, but we don't want to try to convince or push anybody into something. So that's why it's important to find new friends, and, asking for those referrals through an event or posting in groups is a great way to do that and get a lot at once, versus, especially for introverts, instead of having to go to a park and try to make new friends that way, you can sit on your computer and have the friends come to you.
more of my style.
So I can show you how I do that. And Stacy, I would encourage you trying that too. Think you wouldn't be in my life if I didn't do that, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's just, it's really funny. I was thinking about it the other day and I was like, I don't even I saw you do that and I thought, I think that's what I saw her on, but I have no idea. So it's just, so random.
yeah, it is. And then we just built it, just like we naturally hit it off, and,
Well, I was ready.
yeah, you
I
were.
was, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't, it came naturally, and it wasn't anything that was forced. It was I shared it with you. I put the opportunity out there and you were ready, and then following up, because like I said, those not right nows are not a never. They're just a not right now. Is not right now's, and so in a month or two, circle back around. How have you been doing? Did you find something that you're currently rocking right now, or making sure to always show that you care and you support people with whatever they're doing, and that you're not just trying to push a product on them, and that you have to try this and that's it. This works. They can see that it works because you're sharing your story, you're being that product of the product, you're engaging in personal development. They're seeing that growth on the inside out. So you don't really have to push it on them for them to naturally see that, if you're sharing consistently on social media. And I think that's just something good to try to keep focused on, is that self-evaluation. I listened to something today, and the coach that I was listening to talked about making sure to self-evaluate every day, reflect on your day. What were some things that went right? Because we can always, go really quickly to what went wrong, and think of the negative side of things. So if you always reflect on the positives of the day, and then think of, what actions can I do tomorrow to get better, to move my business forward, and stay consistent with showing up, twice a day on social media, at least adding value somehow to people, uplifting, so that they will want to come back and see your page. I started, and feel free if any of y'all want to try this, but I started that affirmation live videos every day. I don't even know what I'm going to post tomorrow, but I just think of what kind of affirmation am I going to do today? And I go in there and I go live and I just start talking about, an affirmation and, self-love and what you should say to yourself each day. And that's gotten a lot of traction on my page. So, you can always run your free groups like that too. Instead of just a private, always clean eating group, you can do free groups your page publicly and get creative with it, because we all have our own little, thing that makes us unique. So, thinking about what kind of value you have to add to the world. What do you know that someone else may not know? Or what do you think that, like, a lot of times the stuff that you think everybody in the world knows, they don't. So, and it's funny because you'll share it and people will be like, I did not know that. And you're like, gosh, I thought everybody knew that. So,
I just saw the affirmation stuff that you're doing today, Renee. That is just brilliant. Can I just say that? It's so, simple in a way, but yet it's something people don't do or don't think about. And it definitely provides value. So.
Yeah, I think that just trying to think of what you can do to be that slight edge to set you apart from everybody else, because we are all unique and we all have something different to offer. And we're not, pushing Beachbody, we're pushing ourselves. We're pushing a lifestyle and we're pushing that on people. Just, I'm here to help you and here is me, not, here is Beachbody. That's just, what works and what we can utilize to help people. But it's you that attracts people. People don't join you for the product. They join you because of you and they like who you are. So, knowing that you're valuable and that they are joining because of you, not the product, is important as well. I mean, the product works. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that your people will join because of you. So.
Well, I was just curious, have you gotten a lot of people to do the Clean Week next week that you're promoting?
I have had a lot of interest, but I haven't really marketed it that much. I have an event creative and I haven't invited anybody. So
okay.
I actually was going to do that tonight. I was thinking about, just adding a bunch of people to just see, who may be interested in that. I do think that the group I have going now, a lot of them will transition into Clean Week after this week. So I need to reach out to them and do that. So what about you?
I was getting ready to kind of reformat what you had already set up, and I just didn't get to it today. So it's on my list of things to do tomorrow. Is that something that I should promote in my group or just kind of throw it out on my page and see what I get, or do both? Or
I definitely think you should do both because they're already in free groups. So you're giving them that, here's your next step. So you want to offer that anyways, like here's a next step, and that can be like a little step versus, the full challenge group. And then, after Clean Week, they can just easily transition into getting the full challenge pack because they're really familiar with Beachbody on Demand. They've already experienced those workouts. It cancels on its own, so they can just get the challenge pack. There's no like confusion there with canceling for that week of sampling Beachbody on Demand.
And have you gone into that? Is that set up, I guess, similar to where you would put in their email address and fill out some of the information for them, and then it has them continue? Is it set up the same way?
As far as the clean week,
Yeah.
I don't think so. I haven't gone to research it yet, but I know that it doesn't like automatically do anything, and you don't have to enter like a credit card number or anything like
Okay.
that, unless of course they're getting the Shakeology, but it's not for any like auto anything.
Okay.
Charged after the 7 days.
Okay.
So yeah, it'll just cancel on its own, which is a good thing for the clean week and a free, essentially a free group type of thing.
Well, my goal is to get that posted in both areas by tomorrow evening. So.
Yeah.
So isn't part of the clean week using the Shakeology for 5 days?
I'm sorry, what was that, Janet?
For the clean week, isn't the Shakeology for 5 days part of it? Or do people do it without the Shakeology?
Yes. So what I've talked about with Amber is, yes, it does include the Shakeology with Clean Week, and I think that's $30, and then they get the Shakeology, and I thought it was 7 days. I thought it was 7 days. It's 7 days. Okay. So they get 7 days of Shakeology with the Clean Week, and then it's 4 workouts through the Clean Week workout program, but then and I don't think they get all of the programs on Beachbody On Demand. Do you know? I don't think they do they? Yeah, okay.
No, they only have access to the clean week workouts.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Just the ones with that lady.
Yeah. So then it'll automatically cancel, but they can have access to that lady and those workouts without, actually signing up for Shakeology. I believe that is just going to be available for anybody. So it is another way to either you can have your own samples of Shakeology, that you can sell that way and get the volume for, or you can just run a free group and utilize those workouts without Shakeology. So, I mean, you can utilize
Okay.
business, but I think that her workouts are great because of the way when she's doing a move, she talks about like what program that Beachbody offers that does this move as well, and how it's modified, because it's actually led by the modifier, and then the standard or the extreme version is in the background. So it is definitely beginner, entry level exposure for people. And then double time is coming. That's exciting. And I have the 5-day Mexican clean eating meal plan that I will be posting. And I also have a 3-week vegan meal plan that I'll be posting in there as well. So you can utilize those for yourselves and your challengers or whoever. That's for you guys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy them. I'm really loving the Mexican one. I love Mexican food.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Right? Give me all the Mexican food.
Seriously.
So.
Well, I don't know how you do it. You do so much. Like you kept throwing stuff out there, and I thought, where does she have time to do all this? But I love it. I mean, it's great, but I'm just like, yeah, I'm blown away by how much you get accomplished in a day. And I only see a small snippet, so it's amazing.
Well, I do have an assistant, so that helps me. And she does buffer my posts. So Like in my free group, I'm not posting in it. Like she did all that like last week sometime. So that helps. So I just come in and like, me, I'm like, that's just what I'm doing. But she got my content and I was like, this is what I want to go in this group. And then she'll go and, put it in my group for me. But I think that is so important with free groups and just running groups in the future to have it all buffered in advance so that you can just focus on the relationships and not, posting in the group all the time, because that can take up a lot of your time where you could spend it building relationships with the people in the group and helping them continue moving forward.
So what does she do? She does your groups and what else? What do you use your assistant for?
I have her create images for me for the team page and the recognition, and she goes in and posts our recognition slides and that kind of thing. So like I'll have her create, whatever, and I'm like, I want to do this for the team. Will you create an image for it and start buffering it to go in at this day and time? Or whatever, I think of the stuff and I ask her to put it together, and then she sends it to me and has me approve it. So it's just something that helps me free up more time to do this and, really invest in you guys. And I didn't always have that, and she doesn't take up a lot of time. Like, it's really, I say get an assistant as soon as you can. It's not a huge investment. It's Misty, it's Amber's assistant too, so she's already trained, and it's really not much at all. I'm usually paying like, I don't know, 30 something every 2 weeks, sometimes every week. It's not much. So
Okay.
and it definitely frees up a lot of my time. So what is one thing that everybody can focus on for the rest of this week to help their businesses move forward?
Well, for me, I'm taking the free people and also the people I'm doing the relationship with for that clean week. The possibility, I'm going to see what it's going to be like to transition them maybe into a smaller situation and then go to a challenge. A lot of my people, they're kind of still leery, but I think that clean week will just really help bridge the gap that I think I've been missing. So I'm going to be working on that. And we've got some engagement going on with the free group, got a lot of conversations going. So I think there'll be a good thing to see if I can bridge it and then to go into challenge groups.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think that's, yay! Oh. Yeah, I think that is perfect. I think that is a great bridge, to an actual challenge group. I definitely agree with that. What do you feel like, if anything, that you need to focus on more of this week, that you may, go by the wayside, that you know is a business building activity that could be moving forward, that you may be, held up in some way because of?
I guess for me, it would be, acquiring more friends or making my posts more appealing or interested, or, where people are more curious, I guess, and wanting to join.
Yeah, and that takes time. It does. It just takes practice and doing it over and over again, and then it gets easier. And I don't know if y'all were on the call, everybody, yet, but I did invest in Josh's in the Year Strong group, and he has created actual business activity tracker. So this is my smaller one, but I just printed a bigger one. Let me, before it runs out of time. And I can provide this to everybody, but this may actually help you. It gives you, Monday, this is what did you have your shake, your workout? Did you do a health and fitness post, a lifestyle post, your invites? It tells you your personal development. Did you affirmations? So, and then the weekends you pretty much have off. Like you can see the weekend is just content creation for the next week. And then you have your goals right there in front of you, your mission statement. And then you have at the end of the week, recap your week, on a scale of 1 to 10, how did you do this week? What could you do better? Did you succeed or learn? There is no such thing as failing. So, and the way he did it was putting my team logo and everything on it. So, the way I'm understanding it is for my team. So, I'll be putting that for y'all.
That sounds great. Looking forward to that. For me, it's going to be scheduling posts more, because I find myself when I am at work, I don't post anything. And I probably sound like a broken record, but I'm still working on consistency. So that would solve that issue.
I actually wrote that down too in I'm trying to find it now, because he has us do an affirmation guide. I mean, and I think this was one of the things that he talked about was your why, your mission statement, your goal, 3 strengths that you need to embrace, 3 things that you need to develop to make your goal happen. So, you want to talk about your strengths, but you also want to realize what you need to work on developing more, which would be, in both of our cases, consistency. And, I put, a more effective onboarding system, being more effective with my time, just thinking of different things that you can develop to help you reach your goals that you have for your business. 3 fears that you must overcome. Do you have fear you will not have success, or you're afraid of success? Are you afraid of failing, or do you think that you don't deserve it, or you're not good enough to have it? Being aware, self-awareness of, those potential things that could be holding you back, from, as a child, even mentally, when it comes to having your own business and, it getting to be very big. Are you afraid of it getting to be very, very successful? Are you afraid of handling that and how you'll handle that? Could it be holding you back, or, afraid of failing, or, just writing those things down and affirming yourself that that's not, your reality, that you are capable, you do deserve it. And then working on developing the skills you need to, and embracing your strengths. And writing those down. I wrote, I have a lot of energy. I'm positive. I like to dream. I have integrity. I'm compassionate, those type of things. So think about the good things about you. And those are awesome traits that you can use in your business to help it grow. And then you have the things that you also need to develop on. And that's okay too. We all have strengths and weaknesses. And that's why we come together and we can help each other with those different things and share tips, So I know we have less than a minute, so it's going to cut off on us. But if you have any other questions in the team page, feel free to post them. I'm always here if y'all want to get in touch with me and have a one-on-one call or anything like that. I am here for you guys, and I would love to schedule that with you guys and chat. So just let me know. Hey, Christina, it's about to cut off on us. But if you want, we can hop back on and chat.
Especially when you're dealing with a group like ISIS, and when it comes fundamentally with it's you have to.
Well, thank you all. Have a good night.
Yeah, you do the same, and we will chat. Keep growing.